Before sunrise, a night shift security guard receives CCTV footage from the following night. The recording shows him entering a sealed floor inside Meridian Tower. It shows a woman screaming behind reinforced glass, and at the end it shows something standing behind him. This is the footage from tomorrow. Elias had worked night security at Meridian Tower for 3 years. The building stood alone at the edge of the city. 46 floors of black glass, silent elevators, and automated systems that needed fewer people every year. During the day, Meridian Tower was full of engineers, researchers, executives, and delivery drones moving through the lobby. At night, it felt abandoned. Not empty, abandoned. There was a difference. The building had its own security intelligence called Mira. It controlled cameras, doors, lights, elevators, climate systems, and every biometric scanner in the tower. Mira spoke in a calm female voice. Most nights, Elias barely noticed her. Perimeter secure. Elevator bank 3 offline for maintenance. Motion detected in lobby. Identified cleaning unit. Simple things. Routine things. But one night, just after midnight, Michigan Raw said something Elias had never heard before. Unscheduled footage received. Elias looked up from his desk. The security room was on level 1 behind the lobby. A wall of screens showed every camera feed in the building, empty corridors, dark offices, elevator doors, rain moving across the glass outside. What footage? Elias asked. For a few seconds, Michigan Raw did not answer. Then one monitor changed. A file appeared. CCTV archive recovered. The date on the screen was tomorrow. Elias frowned. Tomorrow had not happened yet. He leaned closer. The file opened. The footage came from camera 18B, a corridor on level 39. That was strange by itself. Level 39 had been sealed for more than a year. Officially, it was being renovated. Unofficially, nobody used it. The footage was dark and grainy. At first, Elias saw nothing but a long corridor, emergency lights, and rainwater sliding down the outside windows. Then someone walked into frame. It was him. Elias froze. The person on the screen wore his security uniform. Same dark jacket, same 499 badge, same limp in his left leg from an old car accident. The video version of Elias walked down the corridor slowly. He stopped near a sealed security door. Then he turned toward the camera. His face was pale, terrified. Behind him, something moved in the darkness. A tall shape too thin to be human. The camera flickered. The figure reached Elias. The footage cut to black. For several seconds, Elias stared at the screen. Then Mira spoke. Footage timestamp tomorrow. Elias swallowed. System error, he said. Possible, Mira replied. That answer made him uncomfortable. Mira usually sounded certain. Elias replayed the footage. Again the corridor. Again his future self. Again the dark figure. Again black. He checked the file source. There was no external upload. No damaged backup drive. No unknown user. The footage had come directly from Meridian Tower's internal security archive. From a day that had not happened yet. Elias tried to laugh. It came out weak, very funny, he said. Whoever is messing with this, stop. No answer. For the next hour, he forced himself to continue working. He checked camera feeds. He logged a failed elevator sensor. He watched rain hit the lobby windows. But every few minutes, his eyes returned to the frozen image on camera 18B. The sealed floor, the corridor, his own face. Then at 1:03 a.m. in the morning, an alarm appeared. Motion detected, level 39. Elias sat upright. Mira spoke immediately. Movement detected in restricted area. Identify source. Elias said, unable to identify. That floor is sealed, correct? Elias stood slowly. He should have called the building supervisor. He should have contacted police. But he knew what the supervisor would say. Check it yourself. Confirm whether it is a sensor error. Do not wake management unless it is necessary. Elias picked up his torch, his access tablet, and the old metal emergency keycard he carried for systems that did not trust biometrics. He stepped into the elevator. Destination? Mira asked. Level 39. There was a pause, then Mira said, access denied. Elias stared at the elevator panel. Override security access. Override accepted. The elevator doors closed. As the lift moved upward, the lights inside flickered. Floor 20, floor 26, floor 31. Then the elevator stopped, not at 39. At level 36, the doors opened. The corridor outside was dark. Elias looked at the display. 36. Why did you stop here? He asked. Mira is recalculating the safest route. There is no route. Take me to 39. Proceed on foot. Elias looked down the corridor. The stairwell was at the far end. The building was silent, too silent. Even the ventilation system had stopped. He walked toward the stairs. Every few steps, the motion lights came on ahead of him, not behind him. Ahead. As though something was walking before him, on level 37, he heard a sound. A woman crying. Softly, somewhere above him, Elias stopped. The sound came again, and a voice. He looked up the stairwell. "Hello," Elias called. No answer. He climbed faster. By the time he reached level 38, the crying had stopped. At level 39, the emergency door was unlocked. That should not have been possible. The red warning sign still read, "Restricted floor, authorized maintenance personnel only." Elias pushed the door open. The corridor looked exactly like the footage, long, dark emergency lights glowing faintly along the floor, rain dragging silver lines down the windows. His heart started beating harder. "Mira," he whispered. "Turn on the lights." Nothing happened. "Mira," no response. He took out his tablet, no signal, no building map, no connection. Only a black screen with one line of text. Camera 18B active. Elias looked up. At the end of the corridor, a security camera watched him. A small green light blinked beneath it. He walked toward it. Then he heard the woman scream. It came from behind a reinforced glass wall on the right side of the hallway. Elias ran toward it. Inside the room was a woman in a white research uniform. She was pressed against the far side of the glass. Blood ran down one side of her face. Behind her stood a man in a black security jacket. Elias could not see his face. The man held something in his hand, a long metal object. The woman hit the glass with both palms. "Please," she screamed. "Don't let him in." Elias slammed his emergency keycard against the door panel. Access denied. He tried again. Access denied. The woman looked over her shoulder. The man stepped closer. Elias hit the glass. "Open the door," he shouted. The man slowly raised his head. Elias saw his face. It was him, not exactly him, older, thinner. His hair was gray at the sides. His eyes looked empty, but it was Elias. The older version smiled. Then he lifted the metal object. The woman screamed once. The lights went out. Elias stumbled backward. The corridor filled with darkness. His torch came on automatically. The beam shook in his hand. When the emergency lights returned, the room behind the glass was empty. No woman, no older Elias, no blood. Only a clean white room. "Mira," Elias shouted. This time she answered. "Do not proceed." Elias stared down the corridor. What was that? "Do not proceed." Who was in that room? "Do not proceed." The words repeated in the same calm tone, not a warning. A command. Elias turned and ran toward the stairwell, but the corridor was longer now. It did not make sense. The door to the stairs should have been behind him. Instead, the hallway stretched farther into darkness. Each window showed the city outside, but the city looked wrong. The buildings were taller. The streets were filled with silent drones. A huge blue advertisement floated between two towers. "Welcome to 2054. Elias stopped breathing. The year was 2047. He backed away from the window. Then every screen in the corridor turned on. Security footage appeared on all of them. Camera 18B, the recording from tomorrow. But this time, he saw more. He saw himself walking down the corridor. He saw himself stop near the sealed door. He saw the dark figure approach. Then, just before the image cut out, he saw something he had missed before. The dark figure was not behind him. It was in front of him, waiting. At the end of the corridor stood someone in a black security uniform. The figure had his back to him. "Who are you?" Elias asked. The figure did not move. Elias raised his torch. "Turn around." Slowly, the man turned. It was Elias, but not the older version from behind the glass. This version looked exactly like him. Same age, same uniform, same frightened expression. The other Elias held up both hands. "Don't come closer," he said. Elias could barely speak. "What is this?" "I don't know," the other Elias whispered. "I got the footage too." The corridor lights flickered. The other Elias looked toward the ceiling. "She is watching." "Who?" "Mira." The AI voice came through the speakers. "Security anomaly contained." The other Elias stepped backward. "You have to leave now," he said. "What happened to the woman?" "She dies every time." Elias stared at him. "What do you mean, every time?" The other Elias looked exhausted. "Every time the footage arrives, one of us comes up here. We see her behind the glass. We try to save her. We find ourselves. Then the building resets." Elias shook his head. That is impossible. I said the same thing. The other Elias looked down the corridor. You need to wake up before it reaches you. Elias felt cold. Wake up. The lights went out again. Something moved between them. Fast, too fast. Elias heard a sharp metallic sound. The other Elias gasped. A dark shape appeared behind him. Tall, thin, featureless. It placed one hand on the other Elias's shoulder. Then the corridor lights flashed white. For half a second, Elias saw the figure clearly. It had no face. Only a smooth black surface where a face should have been. Then the other Elias was gone. Not dragged away, not killed. Gone. The hallway was empty. Elias ran. He did not know where he was going. He ran past doors that opened by themselves, past rooms full of abandoned machines, past offices with screens showing his own face from different angles. One screen showed him asleep in bed. Another showed him entering Meridian Tower. Another showed him standing at the glass room while the woman screamed. Then he saw a door marked exit. He slammed through it and found himself back in the security room on level 1. The wall of cameras was still on. The lobby was empty. The rain still fell outside. For a moment, everything looked normal. Elias stood in the middle of the room, breathing hard. Then he noticed the chair in front of his desk. Someone was sitting in it, a body. Slumped forward, wearing a dark security uniform. Elias stepped closer. His hands began to shake. The body lifted its head. It was him, dead. His eyes were open. A dark line of blood ran from one corner of his mouth. His own dead face stared back at him. Then the monitors all turned black. Mira spoke one final time. Future capture complete. Elias woke up in his bedroom. He sat up so fast that he nearly fell off the bed. Morning light came through the curtains. His room was quiet. Normal, his heart hammered against his ribs. For a long time, he did not move, then his home system spoke. Good morning, Elias. He stared at the ceiling. Was that a nightmare? He whispered. Sleep cycle restored, the home AI replied. Elias laughed once, a nervous, broken sound. He got out of bed and checked his phone. No alerts, no strange messages, no CCTV footage. He stood in the kitchen, made coffee, and tried to convince himself that it had all been a dream. The sealed floor, the woman, the older version of himself, the dead body. None of it was real. Then his phone vibrated. One new notification. Meridian Tower security system. Below it was a video file. CCTV future capture received. The date was tomorrow. He did not open it, not at first. But the thumbnail was already visible. It showed his bedroom, his bed, and him waking up from the nightmare. On the screen, tomorrow's Elias sat up slowly. Then he looked directly toward the camera. Behind him, standing in the doorway, was the faceless figure. The video ended. Elias turned toward his bedroom. The door was open. The hallway beyond it was dark. And somewhere inside the apartment, his home AI whispered, "Do not proceed." Thanks for watching the final statement. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more dark mysteries and unsettling stories. And tell me in the comments, would you watch footage from tomorrow?